So here is an interesting dinner table conversation. I recently met my friends from investment banking and private equity, and they were cribbing about their lives, and I think you should hear about their cribs because I think it's a very interesting. The first point was that when you're in these two industries, you typically cannot take vacations to places which are considered very normal. For instance, Singapore, Malaysia, Thailand, or even Europe for that matter. When you're working in these industries, you have to take vacations to exotic places, Mexico, Peru, Argentina, or else people in office might look down upon you. If you are a lady, you're expected to carry a certain set of bags. So typically you're expected to buy Hermes or Burberry bags. If you do not use some of these brands, then you might be ostracized in office and the other women in office might not speak to you. If you have reached the age of say 27, 28 working in these kind of industries, you're expected to have your own flat. So you can't stay on rent. You will be a social outcast. Even if you buy a flat, it has to be in a certain type of locality. And interestingly, if you succeed or fail, that depends on where you stay, because accordingly the deals will be sent to you depending on your address. Now, if you work in these kind of industries, you cannot have vada pav, you can't have street food. Someone like a junkie like me who loves ragda patties, vada pav, dabeli, chole bhature, you can't have any of this. You have to have typically the salads and quinoa bases for all your food. Even if you have hobbies, you can't pursue the traditional hobbies, so that's running, walking, music, cycling. You have to have very exotic set of hobbies. So you have to have vine harvesting or an aerial gymnast or those kind of hobbies. And the final interesting anecdote they were talking to me about is when you're in these kind of industries, you really have to show that you have a heart of gold. So a lot of people, as they move up, they typically donate a lot of money. And when they donate, they get these medals, which they wear on their cufflinks or on their shirts. And as you keep going higher, you're expected to wear more and more medals so that you can show your peers, your bosses, and your clients what a great heart you have. Now, while they were cribbing with all these examples, to be honest, I was laughing for most of the conversation, but it turned out that they were very, very serious about what you're saying. So I hope you found this very, very interesting, if not depressing to a certain extent. But before we finish, do subscribe to the channel and click on the bell icon.